They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a give right side. Patterson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
A 2-yard loss.
He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 16.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was tackled.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. It's Patterson, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add. to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Fielded in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
And 4 at the Falcons' 28-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Davis on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. 3rd among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he stopped immediately there. To recall it, no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 49-yard line.
Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. at the Falcons' 47-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That second down play nets a -4.
Back at his own 49.
Now it's Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Early on the carry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Run of the jet sweep with Ridley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Good. Makes the score Falcons 28. Bears.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Patterson.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Bears.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Trubisky to throw again. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
First down, Bears.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Carried by the running back.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on second down, Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Muscling free near the 40. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a